Hello, Hayley from wickedwx here. We're going to do something a little bit different today. As it turns out, the United States is not the only place that has severe weather. I know, shocking to everybody who lives here. But here we go. Ontario, there was tornadoes there apparently, and unfortunately there was a death, there was a fatality. We've got a Brighton tornado this morning, apparently. Or it might have been a funnel cloud. If it didn't touch the ground, that's just funnel cloud because it stayed up in the air. It's a cloud, you know. However, given the amount of hoaxes that I've seen, if you go around and look for Brighton tornado, you'll find like photoshops, wonderful photoshops of a Brighton tornado hitting some area with a bunch of shops and people out on the streets. There's one of the Brighton tornado destroying some docks, you know, things that, you know, come on, put more than a few minutes into it. Don't just copy and paste tornadoes and put them everywhere. That's just shameful. Anyway, so if not for this official-looking quote from the Met Office, I might even suspect that this was a hoax. Anyway, so moving on to the States, a freaky thing happened. Freaky. Look at that. At 11:53 p.m. CDT. This is Wichita, Kansas. Kansas is like, I believe it's smack dab in the middle of the United States. I should be looking at a map here. Right? Kansas, there you go. Wichita is in there somewhere. Yes. 11:53, 84 degrees. At the next measurement, 101. And then back down to 81. This is apparently what they call a heat burst. It's a rare meteorological event, and apparently what happens, you've got thunderstorms that are dying off, and it's like a microburst, only it's a microburst of heat. Big ball of heat. And if you have enough, dry air aloft, I believe, whatever that means, and you've got enough velocity, it just pushes it down, and it's this superheated air, and it sucks. I mean, I wouldn't want to be there when there was a heat burst. That would just, it's like God turned on the hairdryer, you know, because God's all about his hair. I don't know. Anyway, so severe weather today, June 9th. We've got slight risk here. Big area, slight risk in. Slight risk over here in Wyoming. Here is the wind probabilities. Got as high as 30%. Wind would be like 57 miles per hour greater. Severe wind, obviously wind is just, you know, the air is blowing. Here's hail. Hail is, of course, when you've got, like, cold air aloft. Yeah. And it's, like, throwing it up and down and creating hailstones. I don't know. Anyway, so as high as 30%. And this black area is the significant hail. That would be 2 inches or larger. So if you live in this area and you have a garage, I know you Americans, you have all sorts of clutter in your garage. So if you've got the time, you might want to go clean out the garage and put your vehicle in your garage. You know, that's what a garage is for. Yes, that's the hail look. Tornadoes. 5% chance, as high as in this area here. Now, what does this 5% chance mean? That means that, like, where my mouse is right now, within 25 miles of where my mouse is, my virtual mouse, there's a 5% chance that a tornado will be seen. So, of course, that means, you know, clean out your basement, because you've got clutter down there too. But given that you're all Americans, what you probably want to do is make sure you have your video camera, make sure you have spare tapes, or you've cleared enough hard drive space, depending on what type of camera it is, and that it's fully charged, because we know you're going to be running outside to take a look at it, because that's what you do. No judgment, no judgment. I would do it too if I saw one, yes. Okay, tomorrow, slight risk here, slight risk again. Probabilities for tomorrow, as high as 15%. Okay, and here's the big news. Oh, no, wait, that's not the big news. That is boring. So, screw that. That's the Atlantic. We don't care. Adrian. We have Hurricane Adrian. And I'm running out of time. So, we're going to speak really quickly. Hurricane Adrian has maximum sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. 115. I'm not enunciating. Here's the best case scenario of the path of Hurricane Adrian. And here is something I found. The South Florida Water Management District. These are all the different models that say, hey, Hurricane Adrian could go here. So, out of time, we say, go to wickedwx.com, wix is wx.com, you Google Storm Prediction Center, or you Google National Hurricane Center. Thank you for your time today, yes.